Yo, what's up everybody, it's your boy DICEM, and I'm back with another banger of a video. Today we're going to be talking about Jason Voorhees versus the Feral Predator, so without further ado, let's get it. So the Feral Predator is a very lean and agile but powerful hunter, a subspecies of Yautja with more teeth in its mouth than the average Yautja. He's also equipped with similar yet different weapons, as you'll see here. His shield can even be used as a weapon, as seen here. The shield can also be used to block arrows and musket fire, among other things. Now this predator of course has the laser targeting system, the one that he uses to point and aim his spear gun. Now just take a look at this subspecies of Yautja. He of course wears this alien skull mask over his head. He's lightly armored, and like I said, rather lean and agile, fast and intelligent, but he's muscular as well, and very brutish. His fighting style is very much so reliant on melee weapons, and he's very, extremely durable and savage. He's possibly some kind of descendant of an ancestor to the Yautja species, as his eyes are positioned higher on his forehead, and the teeth are different, the mandibles are in a different position, and they're also different. His skin texture is more armored, etc. Some of his weapons include the spear gun, wrist blades, shield, and of course, he's also got multiple other melee weapons such as a hooked knife-like weapon, etc. And as you'll see here, the predator can effortlessly kill a bear. Now I've already stated that a grizzly can weigh up to 700 pounds, even possibly more than that, so this feat shown here is very impressive, as this subspecies of Yautja lifts up a grizzly after he's completely mutilated it. And here we see with what ease and what elegance this Yautja slices through its prey. And of course, he doesn't even opt to use his combi stick. His wrist blades slash the head right off of the indigenous native. Now, Jason Voorhees, son of Pamela Voorhees, is one of the most infamous slasher villains of all time, being able to survive being set on fire, shot, even shot with a shotgun, blown to pieces, everything you could imagine. And Jason, in his standard form, can take multiple shots from a shotgun, including slugs and pellets. He can take being stabbed with his own machete. He can take axes to the face, etc. Jason can even survive multiple tons being dropped directly on his body. He can survive multiple metal objects piercing through his body at once. Jason was a deformed child who was tormented and bullied, pushed into the water when he couldn't swim. Legend says that he drowned and came back. Either that, or he wasn't resurrected. He managed to live in the woods up until a certain point in the films where he did become undead. But regardless, he's a monster. He's one of these slashers that's absolutely fantastic at being judge, jury, and executioner in his own sick way. He is the slasher. Now let's get into the fight. Jason stalks an open field as he notices something stalking him. Suddenly, a spear gun projectile pierces through his back, and he turns around as the feral predator leaps and then runs towards him, throwing his combi stick directly into him. Jason pulls it out and tosses it into the ground. He then walks towards the feral predator as it charges, and then he winds up his machete in his hand. With an axe in his other hand, he swings it. It's blocked by the shield as he then slashes, only to be cut by the shield. He then impales him right as the feral predator headbutts him back, kicks him back, and then he retrieves his combi stick spear and breaks it into two halves, and he throws one right at Jason's skull. Jason catches it and whips it back at the feral predator, impaling him through the upper part of his shoulder. The feral predator charges and leaps, coming down with great force, impaling Jason with the combi stick as he stabs him with his wrist blades, tearing them vertically right through him as he unmasks himself. As his chest is sliced open by Jason's machete, Jason then takes the axe and throws it sideways directly into the feral predator's throat as he walks towards him and stabs him through the chest and slices through his chest plate. As he pulls the blade out, the feral predator goes to stab for his skull with his wrist blades. His hand is sliced off and then he's stabbed through the skull. Winner Jason. I'm outie.